Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. So, we've been over this so many times. I'm sorry. I've been really busy. Finals are finally over though. I have a few days off from my job now, so I will be filming a few videos for you guys then. Not only was I busy, but like, I think I mentioned this in the last video, I just wasn't feeling like I wanted to film or do anything. But now I think I'm back into it, so that was a much needed break. Once again though, I am very, very, very sorry about the absence the past couple of months. Thank you of those who commented and liked the videos and all of that. I talked to a few of you. You guys are very understanding. Honestly, I have some of the best followers ever, even though there's only like 36 of you. I still love each and every single one of you, and I really do appreciate it. But this video is going to be a April? Is that the last month? Yeah. April wrap up, and then May TBR, and then the other videos that you can look forward to seeing. And of course, if you don't want to see them, let me know down in the comments below, and I won't, post them or anything. But I think I'm gonna do an update like on my life, like what has happened in my absence, like what is school looking like, what is work like, looking like, all that kind of stuff. And then the second video would be more like a kind of like a video that you can just play in the background. It would be me going through all my binders and like pulling out my notes and stuff like that, and just like cleaning up my binders for next semester. So yeah, let me know if you want me to do that. If not, no problem, I'm here for you guys. So let's get into it. Okay, so for April I actually didn't read that much. I read 2 textbooks, which I'm not even going to talk about. They were just for my script analysis class. There were a few okay pointers in them, but like nothing that like I thought was like, breathtaking or anything. But Interpreting the Play Script, Contemplation and Analysis by Anne L. Flatos, and then Backward and Forward, A Technical Manual for Reading Plays by David Ball. Those I didn't even rate. Again, they were for class, didn't really do anything. Titus Andronicus by William Shakespeare. I actually really enjoyed this book. I don't know if you guys remember when I kind of like talked about it when I first bought it, but this book, Titus Andronicus, is considered one of Shakespeare's worst plays, and the fact that it's just so bad, and like the plot and the characters are so bad that a lot of historians and scholars believe that he didn't even write this play, but like I was told it had cannibalism in it, so naturally I just had to read it. I gave it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this. Now, is my enjoyment level the same meter as Hamlet, Julius Caesar, Macbeth, Othello even? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, this is more like a it's so bad it's good kind of thing. Like, you guys know those like B movies that are like awful, but they just have your heart. That's what this book does. Again, this is not in relation to Hamlet, Julius Caesar. Those are really good masterpieces, characters, plot, everything is there. This one, no. This one, it even starts off really weird because the only way I can describe it is like there's a marriage that takes place, and the marriage would be like if the US president were to marry the Queen of England. That's what's politically happening in this, and it makes no sense, and I don't understand it unless I just missed something, because like everyone talks about Rome, which Titus rules, being like this big, like prosperous kingdom, like that won all these wars and is doing great, it's doing so well, and yet like I think his daughter or someone is marrying an emperor of another place. I can't even remember the place. But like, it's like, if you're doing so good, honey, why are you marrying? And then not only that, but like the person that they're marrying is clearly against them. Like kills his sons like in front of him, and he's still just like, no, we need to keep the alliance strong. Sir, this man clearly doesn't like you. You know? So, like, I don't understand why he kept the marriage going when he could have just, I don't know, ended it. But once the plot picks up, oh my gosh, it really picks up. Like, there's like a murder. It's so fast paced and so funny. And like, I want to preface this before I continue by saying that I know what sides were for. They were to kind of hold the audience's hand, I guess, in a sense, and like now it's not done, but I get it, back then it was the thing to do. It was just so funny that one of the asides that they did, it was when Titus is like confronting the queen of like the other place, and this is after everything like bad has happened to him, and she thinks that he's gone crazy and he's acting like he's crazy, and both of them go aside at like the same time, and she goes, "He's clearly crazy. He thinks that I'm death. This is perfect." And then he goes, "She thinks I'm crazy. I know that she's not death. Perfect." And it was like, oh my gosh. You know, I literally had to pause the book. I just slowly closed it. I was like, what? But yeah, that's all I read in April. And this book is actually going to lead us into the May TBR, because Timon of Athens is the next one that I want to read. I don't believe I've even started this. No, I haven't even started this one. I really want to. This one is actually rated lower than Titus Andronicus, because, like, you know, with Titus Andronicus, there were people like me who were rating it higher because they just found it funny or, like, they enjoyed it. This one, Timon's Athens, there's, like, none of that. Like, there's no cannibalism, there's no baking people into pies. It doesn't happen, you know? So, like, this one I'm kind of interested to see. I don't really know a lot about it. It's really weird because I've read the plot, like the blurb of it so many times, and yet I can't for the life of me remember what it's about. But yeah, this. And don't mind my bookshelves. I don't know what's happening with them. You guys can't see it, I think it's off camera, but all the books that like were to read are currently diagonal because I got these two. My Dearest Daucus and what does it say? The Wolf's Den. So yeah, I need to stop buying stuff. I really do. Oh, side note, I got this. You guys know how much I love MJ Arledge. He's like one of my favorite authors. That's one of my favorite book series of all time. And I just like found this on Half Price Books. It was literally $5, but this is a Target exclusive club pick, and it is also signed by him. So that was really exciting. I'm glad that I found it for cheap. But now the only issue is I have 2 copies of Eeny Meeny, so the other one I'm going to be probably sending back home in the near future when I begin to move out of this apartment in a few months. I will be keeping this one, and yeah, I just thought that was really cool that I got a signed book by him because I love him so much. And this is like a quick little side note, but I also want to start collecting his books in the UK editions because he is from the UK. He's a UK author, so everything first comes out there and then it makes its way to the US. And the covers for the other books are so pretty. I want them. I just want them so much. However, the only dilemma is I think 7 is when it stops doing the different covers, so I would just have 1 through 6 of different covers and then just one thing of just normal books. So yeah, but yeah, that is a goal of mine. Not only that, but I know being an author myself that any sale helps. So like if there's anything I can do to help another author, especially when I love them and I love their work so much and all that, I'm gonna do it. Also followed by Crystal Sutherland. This one I actually have not marked on Goodreads that I'm reading yet. I just forgot to, but I need to because I'm on chapter 4. So far, I really enjoy it. I really like the characters. I like the setup. I like everything about it. I love the writing style. It's like really darkly flowery, if that makes sense. Like just imagine normal flowery like writing. and then just make that really twisted, and that's what this is. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. This book isn't too big, so I think I'll be able to finish it relatively quickly once I get back into the swing of things. Oh yeah, another side note. For the past month or so, I've been kind of like in a reading slump where I just haven't felt like really reading anything. I've been more so writing. There is a new book that I've been writing. I don't think I'm going to publish it like on my apps anytime soon because I still need to edit it, finish it, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's been kind of preoccupying me with a new project, and then I am also editing Ashes of Revenge and a few other works, and just like making sure everything links up with Ashes of Revenge. I actually took out a huge portion of the book. I deleted like 2 or 3 characters from it and I had to rewrite everything. And I'm still in the process of just getting the first 2 chapters really, really, really solid, because that's where I struggle the most for some unknown reason. So yeah, I'm just working on that, so that's really fun. But yeah, this one, I can't wait to finish. So far, I love it. Again, this book is absolutely beautiful, and it's like the perfect floppiness. Diario de Wimpy Kid un Recawa. Yeah, I am reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. However, as you just heard, this one is in Spanish. So it is completely different. Yeah, I never even read like the original Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I don't think, so I don't know how different it is, but for me it looks like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, just in Espanol. So the reason I got this in Spanish is because I finally finished out my Spanish in school. I had to take 2 years of it. I finally did that, and I really enjoyed it. Not only do I really enjoy it, but a lot of my cooks where I work, all of my cooks actually are Hispanic, and I like to be able to communicate with them in their own language, because English is a pain to learn and to speak. So yeah, I really enjoy that. So like I'm trying to further myself, and this is just a tip for anyone who, you know, wants to learn a different language. Start out with like a child's book, like they had like the Rainbow Fish that I almost bought in Espanol, but start out with like a child's book. Don't try to translate every single word, because then you're not gonna like know anything, but just read through it. See what sticks out to you, see what doesn't, that kind of stuff. And this one, I specifically picked out this one because it has pictures, so it would be a bit easier for me to follow on what is happening. But yeah, I am a little over halfway done with this one, so yeah, I can't wait to finish it, and then I will have to buy Project Rules, which is the second book, and by the way, that movie is an absolute masterpiece of a movie. I mean, but yeah, so I can't wait to read that one. There's so many books in this series. I had no idea. I thought there were like maybe 15. There's so there's so much. The only problem is with books in another language, not only are they kind of hard to find in a bookstore, but they are a bit more pricey. So yeah, but wow, it will be worth it. So far, you know, I've been able to follow along relatively well. It's been, you know, keeping me sharp because I'm now done with class, so yeah. Sandman by Neil Gaiman. This one is actually a comic, DC comic that Neil Gaiman wrote. I actually have not read a Neil Gaiman book before. I started to read Good Omens, and I don't know, I just kind of stopped. I left it back at home. I haven't had a chance to pick it up. But this one seemed to really interest me. It deals with mythology, but like making it current, so it deals with death, dream, desire, all those kind of things, like in a modern sense. And I'm like, this is right up my alley, let's do it. And like I read the first few pages in the store, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, the artistic style is not my favorite. I'm not saying that the art is bad. The art is very, very, very good, but I like a bit more like polished look from my art, like this, like almost painterly, you know. So yeah, again, I'm not saying the art is bad, I'm just saying it's not my style. However, the story captured me enough to where I was just like, I don't really care, you know, if the art isn't my favorite, it's still good. I still want to enjoy this. But yeah, unfortunately, unlike the Extraordinary Barnes & Noble exclusive, this one is not signed by him. That would have been really cool if it was, but it's not, but that's okay. This one, the cover's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, as I mentioned before, I've kind of been in a reading slump, and I bought this because typically graphic novels kind of help me like get out of the slump. So yeah, and that is it for the May wrap up and April TBR. Once more, if you want to see the videos that I listed at the beginning of this, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. It would mean the world to me if you guys would give this a thumbs up. And again, thank you guys so much for commenting. I love responding to you guys and reading through that kind of stuff. It just means the world to me, and I love all 36 of you. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And it would mean the world to me if you follow me on all my other social media networks, since it's Instagram, Facebook, and my reading platforms. Those will be listed down in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!